When archaeologists excavated a Roman toilet, they uncovered a heap of dazzling treasures. When archaeologists excavated a Roman toilet in Italy, they stumbled upon an unexpected treasure trove. The toilet, located in a large ancient city that was once a major hub of the Roman Empire, had been used by wealthy city residents. However, it appears that some of these residents had a habit of disposing of valuable items in the toilet. As a result, when the archaeologists dug through the layers of excrement, they found a wealth of dazzling treasures, including jewelry, coins, and other objects made of precious metals. The discovery offers a fascinating glimpse into the lives and habits of the wealthy citizens of ancient Rome. Have you ever heard of a treasure trove being found in a toilet? Well, that's exactly what happened when archaeologists excavated a Roman toilet in Italy. So get ready to be amazed by the secrets beneath the surface. Hello, and welcome back to the Abandoned Archaeologist, the channel to learn all about ancient archaeological findings. Today we'll look at this fascinating discovery and the surprising items uncovered. But before we begin, to get your attention, we have a question you can answer at the end of the video by watching it. What were Roman toilets made of? Write down your answer in the comment section and see if you got it right. Here we begin. In 2019, archaeologists made an exciting discovery when excavating a Roman toilet located in a remote military community at the northern frontier of the Roman Empire. The artifacts uncovered from the toilet's drain promised to provide fresh insights into the leisure activities of Roman troops. The toilet, found in a castrum or fortified settlement called VINDOLANDA, was once crucial in helping keep watch over the Stone Gate. This critical Roman transport route connected riverside forts Lugia, Valium, and Caristop Adam. VINDOLANDA was inhabited by the Romans during the first 4 centuries AD, and before the construction of Hadrian's Wall, it guarded parts of the wall. The location was overlooked for over 1,000 years until William Camden made the earliest post-Roman reference in his book Britannia in 1586. However, it was not until the 1930s, when Professor Eric Burley began investigating the site, that any serious studies were completed. Today, the VINDOLANDA Charitable Trust coordinates further excavations that involve hundreds of volunteers. Dr. Andrew Burley, the current CEO of the VINDOLANDA Charitable Trust, is the 3rd generation of the Burley family to dedicate his life to studying VINDOLANDA. VINDOLANDA was home to a garrison of infantry and cavalry units known as the Cohors Quart Gallerum Equitata, or 4th Part-Mounted Cohort of Gauls, who began occupying the site early in the 3rd century. Although it was initially believed that the cohort was composed of locally recruited Britons, an inscription discovered at the site in 2006 suggested a more complex social arrangement. These soldiers remained at the site until the creation of Hadrian's Wall. After the wall's completion, a stone castle was constructed in the area, but it was torn down in the early 3rd century during a British revolt against the empire. The castle was replaced by military quarters and later by another stone citadel occupied by the 4th Cohort of Gauls, who created this inscription. A vicus or autonomous settlement subsequently developed on lands near the citadel, except for one area that may have served as a butchery. These buildings lacked drainage facilities, so a separate bathing center, known as a theme, was built near the castle. Over decades of excavation work at VINDOLANDA, artifacts have been unearthed, including the VINDOLANDA tablets, the oldest known examples of handwriting discovered in the 1970s. These wooden sheets contain ink details of army dispatches and private correspondence. Other notable relics found at the site include a cache of over 400 items, including a child's shoe that looks remarkably similar to modern-day sportswear, raising questions about the social composition of the settlement. In addition, the discovery of a wooden toilet seat in 2014 made international news. Finally, the 2010 excavation of a child's skeleton suggested that ritual sacrifice may have affected her demise. In 2017, the team unexpectedly discovered cavalry quarters dating to the early 2nd century, along with military equipment, textiles, and an impressively well-preserved unbroken sword in its casing. The world's oldest boxing gloves, made from leather around 120 AD, were also found that year, thought to have been worn in sporting contests or training fights. In 2019, a board game similar to drafts was discovered in a building structure, and a life-size sculpture of a hand was found in a muddy pond, possibly associated with the cult of Jupiter Dolichenes. This secretive sect flourished during the 2nd and 3rd centuries. This hand was likely discarded into its watery grave as part of the temple's commissioning ceremony. In the same year, remnants of a hairy dog were discovered during an investigation of a ditch predating Hadrian's Wall. Anne Burley, who examined the remains, noted their remarkable level of preservation even at VINDOLANDA and stated that this artifact is important because it provides insight into what may have survived in the deepest ditches of the site. Other discoveries in 2018 included a silver brooch depicting a duck found in a ditch from the early 3rd century during a war. According to Burley, this jewelry is full of symbolism and hope and is so attractive that the trust has since manufactured imitations to sell online. In addition to these discoveries, a 2019 dig around the toilet drain of the VINDOLANDA bathhouse yielded pieces of precious carnelian and red jasper. These stones featured images of Roman gods and goddesses and had been carved by skilled artisans into shapes suitable for use in the rings. The specific deities depicted likely had personal significance to the wearer. In an interview with the BBC, Burley suggested that the stones had likely fallen down the toilet by accident. Despite being carefully crafted and prized by their owners, the glue that secured them in their rings tended to fall, and owners either did not initially notice their gemstones had fallen out or could not bear the thought of trying to retrieve them from the toilet. Ludus latricularum boards have been recovered from various formerly Roman-occupied locations across Britain, including civilian and military sites. Therefore, it appears to have been a popular game enjoyed by all kinds of people, not just troops or aspiring imperators. At VINDOLANDA itself, Ludus latricularum boards have been recovered from the citadel, the sleeping quarters, and the house of a commander. The discovery of a board near the bathhouse, a site utilized by the entire community, also points to the game's wide-ranging appeal. Burley, the archaeologist in charge of the excavation, intends to continue his efforts at the site to find more boards. By analyzing DNA samples from ancient skeletons found in Italy, a research team led by Jonathan Pritchard discovered unexpected stories about the ancestral origins of ancient Romans. While legend has it that Rome was founded by twin brothers Remus and Romulus, archaeological evidence suggests that the city-state of Rome was formed by villagers from Laudium in around 625 BC. Rome's power grew during its period of kings through military and economic expansion, until the city established a new leadership style in which its social elite came to rule. Julius Caesar rose to power during this period, but was assassinated in 44 BC. Gaius Julius Caesar Octavianus became Rome's first emperor, starting the imperial period until AD 471. Rome prospered during this period, reaching its peak around AD 171. The empire eventually became too large to oversee from Rome alone. The study also examines how common modern traits have evolved and passed down through generations, including height, disease resistance, and lactose tolerance. This is it. The answer to our question is, Roman toilets were typically constructed from various materials, including marble, stone, and concrete. In addition, they were often decorated with ornate carvings and mosaics. Subscribe for more such incredible discoveries.